Hello, today we are at the beautiful Miami Whitewater Park, which is a part of the Hamilton County Park System near Cincinnati, Ohio. And it is a great park. It has a lot to offer. It has a campground, it has hiking trails, it has a 6-mile bike loop, it has a lake for kayaking and canoeing and fishing. It has an 18-hole golf course, soccer fields, dog park. It has a lot to offer. And one thing that it has to offer is a 9-hole golf course. And it is a beautiful golf course. And even though it is a 9-hole, it has a lot of variety to it. It has some elevation changes. It has baskets in different positions. There's even some mounds on the course to kind of give it a little bit different feel. You know, a little bit of woods as well. Most of the fairways are kind of open with trees on the side. But it is a great place, especially for someone who's new to disc golf. A great place to go and play because they can play 9 holes, decide that they're done for the day, or play another 9 if they like. So I'm going to show you this golf course today, and we're going to do a little review. I've played here a lot, so I'm pretty familiar with this course. So let's go ahead and get it started. All right, so this is hole 1, and it's 325 feet, par 4. It goes straight down to where you see the end of the trees there and makes a sharp dog leg turn to the right, and the basket's about, I don't know, 100 feet from there. All right, so we're on hole number 2. It is 310 feet to the basket, and it is a par 4. If you look down the fairway, you can see that it pretty much goes straight, and then eventually it will go off to the left at about, what is that, about 10 or 11 o'clock? And the basket's about another 100 feet down that way. So we're gonna try to make it down there. You can see the fairway's a little narrow, but not terribly bad. Here on hole 3, 225 feet, par 3. It is a slight upgrade or slight incline. All right, so this is hole 4, 250 feet to the basket. Sure seems longer than that though. And it is a par 3. And by the way, all of the holes have a placard on the ground that shows the hole number and the distance and also the par. So that's really cool. It has those kind of markers. You don't have any signs around, just those placards on the ground. But anyway, this one goes straight for, I don't know, 100 and some odd feet. And then it kind of turns to about 1 o'clock on the right. So you want to have a understable disc to get you around or forehand it. Let's see, there are no out of bounds at this disc golf course, which is nice. Let's see where that landed. I can't see it from here. Also, as you can see, it doesn't take too long to get to the next hole. It's pretty compact. There's the tee for the next hole. Pretty nice that you don't have to walk too far to get from one hole to another. As you can see, this is a really pretty golf course. This is one of the really pretty views right here with these pine trees on the side. There's pine trees a lot through here. And it's just, I don't know, it's just pretty with the mountains and the grass and the trees, and beautiful day today with the blue sky and the sun shining. So anyway, this is hole 5, 350 feet, par 5. The pars are generous in this park, which is nice, especially for beginners. So it goes straight down to where you see the end of these group of trees. Then it kind of goes at 11 o'clock, about another 150 feet to get to the basket. It kind of plays longer than 350 feet because of that turn. All right, we are on hole 6, and this is 230 feet, par 3. Another one that has kind of a dog leg or just a turn at 1 o'clock to the right. So you want to use your understable disc or use your forehand. All right, so this is hole 7, 360 feet, par 5, and it goes straight down the fairway, and then you'll see that it kind of turns at 11 o'clock towards the basket. And that's about, I don't know, at that turn, maybe 7,500 feet to the basket. Hole 8, par 5, 400 feet. You see it's kind of narrow. You got these trees that kind of close you in. So you want to try to do something, throw something stable. If you fade too much, you're going to be behind those pine trees on the left. Something understable, you're going to run into those trees. All right, hole 9, 280 feet, par 4, really should be a par 3. It's narrow because of the woods on the right, the fairway on the left. You really just want to get as straight as you can, throwing something stable. Well, as you can see, the disc golf course at Miami Whitewater Park is a fun course to play. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you've been playing for a long time. It is definitely fun for everyone. It's a pretty open course, even though it's compact and all in one small space. The fairways are fairly open. There are no trees to really have to play through. Now, there are trees on the side of some of the holes, which makes the fairways kind of narrow, and since it is compact, some of the fairways are narrow. But you don't really have to play through trees to try to get to the baskets. There are also some changes in elevation, especially on the second and third hole. You do have to kind of shoot up, but the other holes are pretty much flat. You do have some of those mounds on some of the holes to try to shoot over, but for the most part, you don't really have too steep of grades. There is another slight change of elevation. I think it's on hole 6, maybe 7, somewhere around there. You're kind of going up just a little bit. Most of the holes are not dead straight. Most of them either turn to the left or to the right. So that's kind of nice to see that there's a variation there. Now, I do want to mention that there is a fee to get into the park. If you're a Hamilton County resident, I think it's a $10 yearly fee, and you get a sticker to put on your car. If you're not a Hamilton County resident, you can still get that annual fee, but it might be $15 or $20. I'll have to check on that. Or you can get a one-day pass. I think that's around $4 or $5. So you can choose on what you want to do. It is a great park. I mentioned there's a campground, there's a lake, a bike trail, walking trails, hiking, even a horse trail. The Welcome Center has a gift shop, and in the gift shop you can buy discs. I was really blown away on the selection that they have. They have a lot of different manufacturers represented and a lot of different discs, from putters to mid-range to drivers. So if you don't bring disc, or you get there and you end up liking the sport, you can buy some discs. They do have a few for rent, not very many. I think there's about 4 or 5 that you can rent. So if you want to just give the sport a try, you can go ahead and rent those. You need to go to the gift shop, not to the boathouse, to get those. Also, when I was in there, they told me that this is the oldest disc golf course in the state of Ohio. Not sure if that's 100% accurate, but that's one thing they told me. And they are hoping to expand to an 18-hole course sometime in the future. There's a lot of wooded area close to the 9-hole course, so you can see how they might be expanding. It'll be exciting to see what they decide to do. All right, well, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe, and if you would click that bell so you can get notified of other videos that are coming out, that'd be great. And if you want to leave a comment about the park, maybe you've played there before, or maybe just like that park, or maybe you have a question about the park, go ahead and leave a comment or a question. The last thing I have to say is go, man, go. Get out and throw.